guilt, self-hatred, emptiness, and pain. What causes this in our lives? We all must be honest. We go through that. Some may be going through that right now. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this video. Many of us felt inadequate, unworthy, alone, and afraid. Our insides never matched what we saw on the outside of others. Early on in life, we came to feel disconnected from our parents, from our peers, from ourselves. We began to tune out with fantasies. We plug in by drinking in the pictures, the images, and pursuing the objects of our fantasies. Where is this all leading to? Well, you find it drives us ever more inward. And this will produce guilt, self-hatred, remorse, emptiness, and pain. And we were once again driven ever inward, away from reality, away from love, lost inside of ourselves, our habits, the life that we created from the fantasies made true intimacy impossible. We could never know a real union with another because we were addicted to the unreal. Many times people will run for the chemistry, the connection that had the magic because it bypassed intimacy and true union. Fantasy corrupted the real, and lust killed love. Now, people often think of the sexual nature when we look at the word lust. But the Bible is clear. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. The things that are in the world are the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and pride of life. When you see that in order to have a life with meaning, a life with purpose, a righteous life, we need Jesus Christ in the center of our hearts, in the center of our lives. To get rid of those lustful thoughts, we must first define our areas of the greatest temptation. Once again, lust is not always of a sexual nature. Greed is lust for money or power. Envy is lust for the popularity or the position someone else holds. Coveting is the lust for anything we do not have. Once again, we can lust for money and power. That's greed. We can lust for popularity or a position someone else holds. That's envy. Coveting is a lust for anything we do not have. And so when we look at our lives today, because often what we want to do is look at the other person, judge another person, gossip about another person, but God is saying, look at your own life. Matthew, the 7th chapter, verse number 1. Judge not that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye. You hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Wow. You see, in order for us to continue down the path of trying to hide our sins, we have to judge other people. And we know that God is going to bring every secret thing into judgment. And I love that God died for our sins. And when we realize that we are sinners and Jesus died for our sins, that is a marriage made in heaven. So why run away? Why try to hide? Because we're not going to be able to hide. Lust starts with a thought. And some believe that we are not responsible for every thought that enters our heads. We are responsible for what we do with those thoughts. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. One of my favorite thoughts. One of my favorite scriptures. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought and bring it under the obedience of Christ. So, what do we do with our lives, with our thoughts? Every day, we should be taking captive of those negative thoughts and bringing them under subjection to Christ. And even the good and positive thoughts, we want to be thanking God. Are you tired, feeling inadequate, unworthy, alone, and afraid? Are you tired of judging, knowing that at the end of the day, you lay your head down on your pillow and you are there with the real you? The guilt, the self-hatred, the remorse, the emptiness, and the pain lost inside of your own mind. Jesus wants to help us. I pray that you will look to Him because He is the one that created you, and He's the one that can heal you and make you whole. God bless you.